got through without. Oh! Ah!
Yo, Brandon, what happened in the last episode?
Last episode. Oh, Dillan flayed his finger. There's blood all over the place right there. Building the new tunnel. New transmission is a wide body. So the new tunnel is 22 inches wide. The old tunnel was 16. So we got to get around the tranny and back in. It's tunnel time.
Tunnel time, baby. What do you think, Dylan? I'm gonna get started on working on the bed frame, the structure that's gonna hold the bed together. And I'm just, I don't know, nervous, I guess, a little bit to make the first cut, because once that starts, then the design is locked, right? And I'm just checking a few other things and getting ready to make the first cut. The cab is 70 and a half. So I don't know how much slop we want in there for sheet metal, or if I should extend everything 1/4 of an inch each way. Oh, 16 gauge is a 1/16 of an inch. Cool. So that width is actually 70 1/4 when accounting for the thickness of our 16 gauge sheet metal. So to give you an idea of how much this changes things, go up 1/4 of an inch. That's how wide we have to be exactly the width of the cab. So 70 1/4. Let's make our first cut. Same feeling of it being in the computer, the very beginnings of it, like sitting right in front of me. This is a good start. I feel good about this.
So then put in the new
I feel really good about this.
So manly.
pretty strong now. Okay, almost done. I got this flange on, and now I got to get this flange on, and then it's basically done. There's a little bit of a gap here that I don't like, that I'll probably end up doing something about here and on this side, but it's looking good. It's pretty much done.
Yeah. If what I measure right now is 65 1/4, that'll warm my heart.
It'll warm my heart too.
65 and an 1/8. No. All right. So it's got to come out a little bit.
This is an exciting moment. But this thing is gnarly. Should be gnarly. So it's a 14-inch clutch. It's built for a Dodge Cummins 1 3/4 spline. Their standard 14-inch clutch is good for 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, and we needed 12 to 1,300, so they upgraded this. Oh my good gosh, this thing is gnarly. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Single disc. Oh, this thing's bad.
So you're gonna stand right around in here. It's gonna be seating. Gas tank is gonna go right here. Cabinetry, toilet. Unless the angles are just that far off somehow. No. Angles aren't that far off. 10. Let's go back to the computer. $41 degrees. That's why it didn't fit. And they were so perfect too. I need my goggles and my gloves. Glove. My first bad cut. These cuts aren't difficult. They're just tedious. Finding the exact perfect angle. Making sure, double making sure, triple making sure that it's the right length. So it's just slow. But this is the last one. So, happy about that. It's a good feeling. I've already said this, I think, but when you make these cuts and you do everything, measure, check, and then you go to the computer and it matches the model perfectly, feels good.
So Mark, where these two flanges come together, I'm thinking I'm just gonna cut this and just slowly bleed it in. That look okay, huh? If I just maybe go round it and I'll just go, I'm gonna bolt it up here, and then I could do bolts like here, 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 and then there's 3 back here. Out.
So we want Why? Because science.
Hey Cody,
Yeah,
how hard is it to scan a truck for a new bumper?
not as hard as doing 100 push-ups.
7, 8. Okay. Whew. A lot of grinding. Might get some ear protection. What? What? Can't hear you.
I'm not talking to the camera. I think you thought I was talking to the camera.
Hey, it's 11:11.
Make a wish. Brandon? Deep in thought? Hey!
Talking to me?
Yeah.
What do you want?
If I hold this in at all,
You're talking.
this way.
From outside, right?
We're not gonna sheet from the inside.
Do you
of
want
this.
to sheet it from the inside or no? I guess that's the
Well,
question.
because when we come down, I feel like it would look cleaner if we did.
Okay, so then never mind. Yeah, then you want it to go. You want
well,
this and this in the same plane.
Yeah.
Woo! That feels good on the head.
Oh.
Can you get that mirror and kind of hold it up on there? Oh. It's actually supposed to be.
I'm like wondering why you care so much about that seat.
Perfect. We're close with the first one. Oh, bless the side. We could have some really cool lights right here.
Yeah, that's a spot for some sweet pods.
Yeah, like a pod.
Or a pod.
Or maybe one of those little guys, Hawaiian Pete, the bobblehead, Deuce bobblehead on those sides. Yeah. Or a face, Italian, you know, the old Greek, like a lion. Screaming eagle.
Those things on buildings?
Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
That's what I was thinking. This is a high value piece of real estate right here. And with any luck, that's level. Woo! That's it. If you didn't know, we have an online store.
And we sell a lot of the gear we use.
And merch too. Yeah, we'll get that order right out to you. But really, we're a small company.
We created the online store to help fuel our passion.
So head over to our website, trailbendersoverland.com.
We have the full border of the swing out done. Now we can do these cross braces, these 45-degree braces here. These to meet perfectly in the center right here. To meet perfectly, they are 18.4 inches long. And that's 18.4 is out of 10. 0.4 is just under a half. And 3/8 is 0.37. So that'll give us, it'll be a tiny bit short, but it'll make sure we have room for those to both be in there and not overlap each other. 6 months ago, I didn't know how to weld at all. And then I'm gonna get the square and draw my 45. There's the square. Without taking off any real length. Would you look at that? Take a look at it. Look at it. Oh!
Beds come together quicker than expected.
Yeah. Brandon was like, think you can get the bed done by January 1st? That's actually not how he said it. He said, we need the bed done by January 1st.
Here we are, December 1st.
December 1st? Done. I was a month early. How about that?
Mount these two on first, and then measure this one.
I know, it's like keeping the two square with each other. Maybe I'll clamp a bar to it, and then I can push it up against that bar.
Yeah, you could kind of mount that thing. We'll jig it up where it goes.
Well, I'll make sure it's perfectly
Plumb.
Square, all that.
And then I'll get this on there. Just mush it up to that bar. What's this?
Did you ever play that game Mousetrap? When you were younger?
As a kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that game?
Whoa.
Now, theory, that's exactly what it should do.
And just slightly like it is.
Woo! Nice.
Wow. Flying jack. The swing out's done. Well, not done. It's on, and it works wonderfully.
And it's swinging.
It's swinging. Look at that. Look at that swing out go. And I was gonna put my bars, these two vertical bars here, but now they're gonna go here. We just figured that out on the computer. We kind of reworked how we're gonna mount the spare tire. So I'm gonna put those two in and then call it a day. Brandon did a good job on that mirror mount. So ready to do more cool stuff tomorrow.
So we finished these mirror mounts, and they're pretty big. But they have to be that big to fit the mirrors, and sound deaden them on the inside, put a panel or a patch here on the inside. We're doing everything we can to deaden the sound. And so, in our infinite wisdom, or lack thereof, I'm gonna weld these right on here like so. They will become a permanent fixture of the truck, and the mirror on there. We shall see if this is a mistake or not, but we're gonna weld them on. Okay, there it is. First one's on, tacked on anyway. So the question, do we bead the entire thing or not? Or just do bits of it? So I'm thinking like we get some sort of a seal, you know, not Bondo, but some sort of a seal that we can run along this, you know, almost with your finger and just, so it's a nice transition. We'll bead this whole top bit, strategically place a couple on the bottom sides, and then we'll just seal the rest of this. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's what we'll do. These are just a skosh too short.
Big old mirror.
Better to see you with, my dear. Like, these are Freightliner Cascadia mirror. And the Cascadia is roughly the same size tractor as this. I mean, this cab's sitting on the ground without even a top on it right now, and that doesn't look weird at all. They're electric, which will work, and heated. I can see those red jacks, so it means I can see cars right next to me on the mirror. I can see you, still see you, still see you, still see you, still see you.
You'd be this far away-ish another lane. By the time you lose it in the mirror, it's in your vision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I almost feel like we need to have a mirror here, or a light here that sort of goes with this shape. And I'm gonna do the bottom solid. And they look perfect. They're the exact same on both sides. That's sweet. All right, mirror mounts on. A couple more things and this thing gets to go to the sandblaster. That's our opener to each episode. And all those sounds that you hear are sounds that we recorded in the shop.
Oh, you guys actually ratcheting on stuff?
Yeah, and that's him on the guitar. That's all in-house.
What's going on over here?
Engine mount. The stock engine mount was not going to work at all. Was not adequate. This is much beefier, and I'll show you. It sits in here like so. I want it to look cool, so I went from 6-inch down, neck down to 4-inch across, up, and we have a poly bushing going in between here and then down below, and then I'm going to box. This whole thing's going to get boxed out. So this will never fail, ever fail. The engine will fall off before this thing cracks and breaks. Now I'm just tacking everything in place, and might be done with this today. 10 hours for an engine mount. Sweet. One whole day. So the bottom plate is 3/8, and the sides is 1/2 inch. So I'm V'ing these so the weld can penetrate and get down in there deep enough. So a lot of grinding by hand because we don't have a big wheel, which is the hand grinder. These pieces go in here like so, come down, and then a piece back here. And these ones I haven't V-cut yet, but these will go like so, and come down. This thing's gonna be super strong.
What are you working on?
The engine mount, 24 hours into this thing, and I'm maybe 2 hours away from being done. Finishing touches. This front mount will be done and it'll look good. It's a lot. I'm glad I only have to do one of these. The upside is I'm getting some good practice welding, which is good. And I caught myself on fire this morning. I wasn't wearing my glove. This whole thing was like a flame. Burnt my hand a little bit. It was great fun.
How many more hours do you think you got on this thing?
Well, if these welds are any good and I can get through the grinding part, we'll see. Poor gloves.
Those gloves are hilarious. Protect your hands at all? It's a little bit.
So the Eaton Fuller tranny is kind of, the Eaton Fuller tranny is designed not to have this back motor mount, engine mount. The Eaton Fuller tranny is designed not to have a rear mount, but they typically hang off, they're in big rigs and they're hanging off bigger engines. Based on what we're doing and talking to Eaton Fuller, they suggested that it wouldn't be a bad idea to put a mount on the rear end. And that's right here, there's the top mount for this thing. So we fabbed up this cross member. We're going to fix it to the frame. It'll go right about here. I'm going to hard mount the transmission to the cross member and then put bushings down here where the cross member bolts to the frame. And now I've got these plates, and I'm just using 3 existing holes that were there conveniently, and then I'll get this thing welded up, and we have bushings coming. They're on their way, and then we'll get this thing finished up. Nice. I don't know if that's what that kind of a burn that is. If that's a 2nd degree?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's gnarly.
Pretty solid.
The bolts that I'm using, or the holes that are in the frame, are 7/16. No, 15 32nds. And I'm drilling these 1/2 inch. So just slightly bigger. So give myself just a little bit of room. Hopefully somebody doesn't leave a comment and say, oh, that's really bad news because whatever. There's no weight. It's just to handle some of the torque. That's perfect. When I break through the end, that's when this thing grabs. And it's just racked my wrist and knuckle a couple times already. I have PTSD from the last one. It's going slow, it's gonna grab, and it's gonna hurt. Oh! I got through without. Oh! Ah! I thought I had it.
You did.
Ouch.
You did.
I'm glad I got that.
It's amazing how much torque these little things have. And they bite
There's
on
no
the.
clutch on that sucker either, or is there?
Oh,
This
yeah.
thing right here, so it's freaking doesn't yank.
There you go. Dude, be smarter, not harder. Yeah, it's set on no clutch.
The higher the number, the more torque you get.
The more torque I get.
Yep.
One more hole.
Ta-da!
I forgot that there's a third mount that needs to be mounted. I looked down there and saw a jack stand and went, oh. Huh. I need a floor jack. Or I could grab the Bobcat. Well, grab the Bobcat and bring it in here. Well, maybe I just get the Bobcat because I'm too lazy to do it any other way. This mount has to go here on the other side to hold this in for the transfer case, and it could just stay like that. I just want to get rid of this jack stand though. There we go. The front mount, which is now done, completed, with 98 days left, we completed that. I want to set the front of the engine on the mount. Wow, it's there and it's sitting on its own.